Pregame.tv, Bryan Leonard, Steve Fezzik breaking down NFL action. Monday Night Football. This game counts. We've got real football. We've got the Houston Texans in America's finest city, San Diego Chargers, or what's left of them. Not a good preseason for the San Diego Chargers, Bryan.
I have serious concerns about the San Diego Chargers. And at the seminar just the other day,
the LVH seminar.
The LVH seminar, Mike Green comes up to me from San Diego.
Mike Green, for the person who defeated you in the $80,000.
The latest person to defeat me in a championship.
You're a two-time finalist.
Two-time finalist, which means I've lost 2 times in the championship, 4 altogether.
Thank God it's not winner take all.
That's right. And there's been a few of those contests, by the way.
Yeah.
But he's a big San Diego fan, lives in San Diego. He says, I don't see how they're ever going to get near 7 wins.
Sharp guy.
And after watching San Diego, and to be honest with you, it's preseason, but they have major concerns. And I talked last year about Phillip Rivers. I thought he was injured. He's not injured. He's just not a very good quarterback anymore.
It's interesting because he came in with that class, of course, with Eli in 2004, with Big Ben, and he's underachieved. He had that 1 year in New England where he had the knee injury. He played very well. They were competitive in a playoff loss, and you're like, he's really going to have a great career. And he has been battered so often, it almost seems like he's afraid to wind up. You see, it's like he's shooting darts because he knows someone's going to grab and break his arm if he tries to really throw them. But he throws so many passes like that. What has happened to this offensive line? I know they let their left guard go. Who was protected, but they are having so much problems on the O-line and all their skill players. I mean, Ryan Matthews is still the running back. He's not the answer. And you look at these wide receivers. I'm not a position guy. Alexander, ACL out. Floyd's out for 3 weeks, knee injury. You've got Brown with a broken ankle last year coming back, maybe. The much despised Robert Meacham is going to be starting. I mean, you could cover that guy.
You go back and you look at the San Diego offenses since he's been there. When he's had high-quality skill position people, he's a good quarterback. When he doesn't have those kind of people, he is mediocre at best, and that's what we've seen the last few years. And as you pointed out, when they can't protect him, he's not a guy that can run. And, he's like Big Ben. He's just sitting back there. He's a statue at a lot of points, although Big Ben is stronger, can get away. He's a family man. He's got a great reputation. And it just makes you wonder if he's just to the point anymore. Please let me survive another year.
Sure.
And so I have serious concerns about San Diego.
I was taking a look. I've got my my football preview, and all these previews are always biased. They talk in terms, and we're talking a lot about the Chargers because I think we know what we're going to get with the Texans, one of the best teams in the AFC, certainly a contender. They got the quarterback. They with Johnson, they got the wide receiver. With Foster, they got the running back. A fantasy football team dream and a solid defense. And so I was reading the Chargers and like, oh, this is going to be Pollyanna stuff, how they could, contend. And I quote, it's not hyperbole to think that the Chargers could be the worst team in the league.
Is this the San Diego beat writer or something?
It is some, let me see where this is coming from. Power ranking, Chargers number 27. I don't even know who put this together, but one of the previews I read, maybe Mike Green put it together. But we're looking at the Oakland Raiders South here. I mean, we are looking at a team that the wheels have completely gone off, and a lot of people are, another thing that I really like about this play is that on the look-ahead lines for week 2, the Eagles are hosting San Diego. I haven't run these by you. Do you know what the line is on that game? Eagles projected to be the last place team in the NFC East.
4.
6.5. 6.5. Jay Cornegay, Ed Sherman, and a crack staff are putting these crappy Eagles as a 6.5-point favorite against San Diego. You know what they're saying? San Diego is no good. They're begging for a Charger bet because they know what's going to happen after they get blown out Monday night.
And the Eagles are another team that's been taking a lot of money below on their season wins. So
right, they're betting against the Eagles.
It's not like they want the Eagles. That's pretty interesting. I may have to take a little walk.
You may have to lose with San Diego next week, plus 6.5. Yeah. The bottom line, let me go ahead and make this one official if I can. if you must lose your money on San Diego, at least go to the Hilton, the LVH, and bet them plus 6.5 against a bad Eagles defense. Don't be betting them this week plus 3.5 against a really good Houston team. I mean, I don't think I'm exaggerating. You may well, at the end of the year, look back on this game and say we had the best team in the AFC against the worst team in the AFC. I want to apologize to Jacksonville and Oakland. Right now, you guys have done some quality work to be on the bottom as well. But San Diego's power rating is diving completely. And we talk about how we don't want to bet into a bad number. We could have laid 3 on these guys earlier during the summer. Well, everything has gone wrong for San Diego over the course of the summer. All of these injuries to their skill position players. As Bryan mentioned, I think Philip Rivers is just getting a paycheck, going home, telling his wife, look, we're just going to pay off the mortgage here in the next 2 years, and then maybe I'll go ahead and try to get into the announcing booth, because it's just going to be a rough ride. I think that playing Houston, even minus 3.5, is cheap. Get on it now. I'd be shocked if this was a game San Diego could stay competitive in.
After thinking about it, after you put me on the spot, it makes a little bit more sense to 6.5, because you've got San Diego Monday Night Football, and I forgot one less day to practice, and they're traveling to a non-conference game. I don't know who they have in week 3, but you could definitely see a big emotional effort traveling east. Makes more sense now.
Yes, but nevertheless, it's a shocking number when you look at it.
It definitely is when you take a look at their season wins.
Because you would say, oh, both these teams, you on the first blush, you might say they're both 3.5. So for it to be 6.5, basically Ed Salmons, Jeff Sherman, Jay Cornegay, the whole crew over there are telling you, San Diego, it's not hyperbole. They're really bad. Throw them into the garbage can. They in Jacksonville and Oakland, I'd like to see a prop. Can all 3 of those teams combined win 16 games in all their games they play? I would go under that total. Do you agree?
Oh, definitely, because you're going to have at least one of them go 2-14.
That's right. Every year someone goes 2-14. And poor, William Hill, they do a great job putting up their props. They put up a prop. Will an NFL team go 2-14 or worse, and they open that up like plus 350? That's going to be expensive by the time the year is over. Stay with us at pregame.tv. Bryan Leonard is going to talk about his favorite team, the Cleveland Browns, Brian Sipe, and all those Super Bowls. No. We'll see what he thinks about their season and win number up to 7 right now. They are betting it with both fists. Stay with us, pregame.tv.